I don't know who needs to hear this, but I love being married. I'm not officially technically married yet, but we will be. We are engaged to be married. And I hear so much complaints from the world, basically, right? About how the single life is ghetto and all of this shit. So I get it. So I'm going to tell you guys some things that I do voluntarily for my wife, that I have done since day one, that you really, for the right person, you won't have to ask for it because they'll just know. And that is the importance of actually thoroughly getting to know somebody. Like 21 questions is an understatement for me and my wife because we grilled the shit out of each other. And one thing that we realized right off the bat is that we don't fuck around about ourselves. We weren't with the shits. I knew that this was not a woman I could fucking play with, waste her time or anything like that. Not that I ever would, but vice versa. Okay, so some of the things that I've done for my wife since day one. I remember the first time that she was like hypothetically asking like, oh, do you mind sharing your location? Mind you, we weren't even technically dating at the time. We were still in that talking stage. And you know what I did? Boop, there you go. Literally, we weren't, I don't even think we were still like in that getting to know each other stage. And I said, whoop, here you go, love. Whatever makes you feel secure, go ahead. I'm not with the shits, right? That was one of the first things that I did immediately. Here you go, baby girl. She knew my whereabouts. This woman never had to ask me where I was at any time. I'm a routine kind of woman. So I literally go from work to my house, to work out, to work to my house. Or if not, I'm with my kids. And if I ever step outside of routine, like when I tell you to the point where I was like, I'm going to step out and go to the store. I'm going to step out and go here. I'm going to step out like real quick. It can be a little quick errand. And she knows about it. Password, she immediately had it. My passwords to social media, that was not even, I was like, here you go, baby girl. Here you go. Especially because I have such a social media presence and the way that I portray myself on social media sometimes, again, there's a method to the madness. Don't judge me, judge your mama, can cause insecurity. And I've seen that insecurity before in my previous relationships. So one of the first things that I did was, here you go. This is my password. Another thing that I did to create that safety is literally anytime you need to go through my phone, just grab it. Just grab it. Because there's absolutely, again, I'm a grown-ass woman. I'm not with the shits. I'm getting ready. I'm ready to be fucking married and settled down. And again, I've never been a fucking player regardless. But again, you set the fucking tone. There's a lot of things that people will voluntarily do. Okay? The disrespect, baby, the disrespect, especially on social media. I don't care how many thirst traps I drop. I will never entertain. I'm not with the shits. And she knew that from the bat. A lot of people ask her or have asked, like, how does she handle me being on social media? She's never had a problem with it because I've never given this woman a single fucking slight doubt that I wouldn't know how to handle a situation. Y'all don't realize that y'all are literally repeating the same kind of cycle with the same kind of people, with the same kind of traits in different people. But they are all the same person. Think about it. The thing that I do is that I'm a gentle woman. I don't care how masculine my woman is or how masculine presenting she is. I open up that door, baby. I pay for that bill, baby. I help around the house. I am mindful. Anytime a woman looks a certain kind of way, feels a certain kind of way, I'm like immediately, what do you need, baby girl? What do you need? How can I make your day better? And mind you, every single thing that I am contributing, my woman reciprocates. I have never, ever, we've been dating over a year now. I've never had to literally be like, something's missing. Something's missing. Like no. This woman is on top of her shit, and so am I. And here's the most important thing. Everything, and I've said this shit before, everything that we did to get each other, we are consistently at it. Y'all see our page. We are consistently dating. We talk things out. Communication is so important. In our healthiest relationship, we have had the most difficult, where we both crying, conversations to get over hurdles, to get over differences, and to properly communicate so that we both feel heard. So with that being said, you know, when you like hear people complaining about the relationships and shit like that, and you're just one of those that I'm like, I can't relate. I can't relate. And mind you, one of the most important things was that me and her both had to get to that point in our life where we were full. We weren't going to take from each other. We were both full, dedicated, devoted. Like we knew what the fuck we wanted and we weren't playing about that shit. Okay? With both reassurance and communication, I'm telling you, baby, that shit hits different. So I'm one of those that when people say, oh, it's not always greener on the outside, yes, the fuck it is. Because I've been in numerous relationships where I was definitely settling. So this woman set the bar high as fuck. And most importantly, make sure that the person that you are dating is your best friend. And I don't mean that lightly. Like dead ass, your best friend. Your best friend first and your partner second. Okay? Because y'all don't understand that most people are in relationships. Most people have been in freaking long-term relationships for so many years and they don't even like each other. Like they despise each other. They're over each other, but they just stay together for the sake of saying they didn't waste time. Make sure that you laugh uncontrollably. Make sure that that person doesn't play about you. Okay? Make sure that that person literally has your back to the max and will defend you to the max. Make sure that person respects your time, your efforts, and reciprocates. And since a lot of people have never experienced a healthy relationship before and they don't even know what that looks like, they continue to settle for crumbs and for hope because they don't know that something like this actually exists. And I'm here to remind you and to be a confirmation that it does. But with that being said, what are some things that you feel that you've asked for that you've never received that people have made you feel like you're asking for too much? We can start a little like mini video response series where we can actually talk about it. Like, let's talk about it. I'm down to talk about it and give you guys advice. I don't know about y'all, but I love being married.